Hey guys, so Cyberpunk 2077 is coming out very, very soon for the PlayStation 4, and that first massive 40-minute reveal trailer that came out 4 or 5 months ago was absolutely astounding. Brought to us by the team that created The Witcher 3. This game looks like it's going to be absolutely epic. I don't know much about the property that Cyberpunk was based on. I know a little bit. It was like a board game of some sort, right? And you know, strategy, and I think I could be completely wrong. I'm not 100% sure. But it's based on that property, and what I've seen so far looks amazing. And we have got here a Cyberpunk 2077 creating Cyberpunk official PlayStation inside look. That was a mouthful. So let's go have a look at the inside look. 3, 2, 1, go.
This was probably the most stressful E3 of my life, and I don't know why, but I just couldn't deal with the pressure. I was actually a shadow of myself at this E3.
Cyberpunk 2077, CD Projekt Red's first deviation from the Witcher universe, is an action-oriented, narrative-driven open-world RPG.
Which is a mouthful.
The game was announced in 2012 and officially revealed in a teaser trailer in 2013. But after that, there was nothing.
After the teaser, we kind of went dormant. There was silence for 4 or 5 years, which for me and for my community team was very hard because, you know, people were very excited about the game.
When we first announced the Cyberpunk, we had a certain vision of where we want to take it.
The main difference between a pen and paper RPG and the PC game still to this date is that ultimately, while video games are nicer to look at, the freedom that you have in a pen and paper RPG is something that we have yet to achieve in any game, I would say. We can't just take what is the source material and just, alright, we'll make a video game around it, but we have to be smart about it.
Being smart takes time and experimentation. Over the last 5 years, the Cyberpunk development team has been crafting an experience that they hope exceeds the expectations of fans of both the original franchise and of CD Projekt's previous output.
The reason why you can't really go out and just show everything is because video game development is such an iterative process, right? What we have now might not be there tomorrow. So we've had ideas that have died over the years, then they have been resurrected, then they died again, and now they're back.
Wow. Cyberpunk 2077 isn't only set 50 years after the source material, but it also takes place in a parallel timeline. Okay. This gave the team the freedom to create a game that respected and referenced the source material, but also suited the shift to the video game medium.
Cool.
For example, it was vital that the player's character, V, be fully customizable. This was a real shift for a company associated with an incredibly iconic character like Geralt.
For us, it's important to give players this freedom, to allow them to play themselves in our world and really immerse themselves. That is also part why we have the first-person perspective, right? Because you don't play as someone else, but you play as I.
Got a window on the left, go!
The move to first person is essential to convey the scale and verticality of Night City, the game's sprawling, neon-soaked hub. But this change in perspective, combined with a completely new style of navigation, including the ability to drive, brings with it a new set of design challenges.
It's sick. Easy to make an open world that when you're on foot feels huge. But if you're in a car, it's 10 minutes. One feels like a huge world, the other like a not so huge world. And how do you balance that? How do you create the feeling of vastness? But those are the cool things when you challenge yourself to sort of push forward into new uncharted territory, right? And you try to find new solutions to these problems.
At E3 2018, CD Projekt Red finally revealed the first gameplay of Cyberpunk 2077 to a select audience of media and invited guests.
We were so nervous and anxious to learn what people will say about the game because the hype was unreal.
That's what we said.
Soon word spread that it was the must-see game of the show. The team left E3 with over 100 media awards. But for the community of PlayStation gamers who had waited so long to see the game in action, the words of the media weren't enough. They had to see it for themselves. 2 months later, their wish came true when all 48 minutes of the playthrough was made public.
So good.
Yeah, overall, sentiment was amazing and the reception was great. So it was just very rejuvenating for us to basically see those reactions, and we're just like, whew, okay, cool, we got it.
Well done, Leslie, well done.
Cyberpunk 2077 may no longer be the mystery it once was, but work on it is far from over. True to the promise made in 2013, it's still coming when it's ready.
And so it should be. Excellent. PlayStation. I am quite happy to wait for a game to be done perfectly right. I don't like a rushed game, you know, buggy, not finished. We don't want that. They can take all the time in the world. I can wait another year for this if we need to, because I want this game to be as amazing and as epic as it looks like it's going to be. Get it right and just have the fans just fall in love with the property and fall in love with the game, because especially down here in Australia, games cost a lot of money. Like Cyberpunk 2077 is probably going to be upwards of $100 or more, especially if you get all the deluxe editions and the steelbook and all that kind of stuff. So games are not cheap. So if you're going to invest that kind of money into a game like this, you want to get a lot of hours out of it. You don't want to just put it in and finish it within 8 hours, right? So having a big, sprawling, epic game with lots of side quests and Easter eggs and things to explore is what I love. I love those big, sprawling kind of games. So please, take your time. I'm looking forward to it, but I can wait. And I think a majority of the fans out there are happy to wait. I mean, yeah, we're impatient. We want it now. But realistically, if it's going to take a long time, then yeah, I'm okay with that, because damn if that doesn't look good. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for stopping by. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching.